Hi, I don't know what you think about scientific research papers, but sometimes the language that the authors use is completely shrouded in mystery. And this applies to a paper that was published back in 2009, and quite a lot of evidence has been attributed to it about the incidence of back pain and exercise, and whether or not you can do too much exercise. The paper sounds a little bit like the instructions that you get with a bit of kit that you buy from Plumbers World. It was called Physical Activity and Low Back Pain, a U-shaped relation, and what the authors were assuming was that the readers of their papers would understand all about how to interpret statistical graphs and make conclusions from them, rather than take the paper and go and unblock their sink and fit a new U-bend. So the statistics that the researchers came up with was looking at the relationship between exercise level, so on the left side here, no exercise and little exercise, moderate exercise in the middle, coming up to the right hand side of the graph here, where there's a lot more exercise. And this was graphed against the incidence of back pain. So the relationship between the two axes is U-shaped. So people that do little exercise here get quite a lot of back pain, and what these researchers found was that people that did a lot of exercise got a lot of back pain as well, and people that did a moderate amount of exercise got less back pain. So the conclusion from this study back in 2009 was that there was such a thing as too much exercise for back pain, and that people that did a lot of exercise got more back pain. And your spouse understands this intuitively when he says, when you've asked him for the third time to put the bins out, in a minute, love, my back's achy. Your spouse thinks that he does lots of exercise, where in fact he really does very little exercise at all. But there's a paper that's come out recently, and it's titled Associations Between Pain and Physical Activity Among Older Adults. And what they found, looking at levels of exercise, is that people that do lots more exercise get the least amount of exercise. So this paper actually flies in the face of the paper published in 2009. So the implication from this statistic is that if you do no exercise, you get more back pain. Even if you do moderate exercise, you get back pain. But the only thing that reduces the incidence of back pain is doing more exercise. So it's quite different to the study that was published in 2009. So it seems that then you can be quite justified in asking your spouse that whilst he's taking the bins out, then to cut the grass and to trim the hedge whilst he's at it. So a little bit more exercise might make your spouse have less back pain. But there are other things that this study found. One is that people that are obese get more aches and pains. People who are in poverty get more aches and pains, and that women get more aches and pains than men. So there's lots of societal inequalities that still need to be resolved, but in the meantime, I'll go and bring the bin in. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.